So going on from my last video on how to, so going on from my last video of how to measure the ROI of content marketing, I wanted to talk about the like setting goals and stuff like that. So this is like I can't take credit for all of this, well, some of this, because I took this from a content marketing agency called Grow and Convert. They've got an awesome content marketing course which I recommend anybody who's into content marketing take. So this is the kind of breakdown that is recommended anyway. So it's like this is for B2B sales, but you can just change this to B2C as well, or whatever it is. So this is your like cost per acquisition, cost per lead, whatever, and then it's broken down by the costs. So the acquisition costs, sorry, the acquisition costs are here. So it's broken down by like cost per article, the writer, the cost per writer, the graphics, ads, promotion, and then like estimated cost per article, and then fixed costs, which is salaries. So marketing manager who's spending part of their time, 50% maybe, managing a content associate who's spending 100% of their time on this. So this will be salaries and then broken down. And then fixed cost is like email provider, landing page, opt-in software, marketing automation, etc., etc. To give you the rough estimate of like how much it costs per article to produce. And then he's like, these are like basic acquisition metrics like monthly uniques, then leads per month, and then like the paid conversion rates. And then it's comparison to other channels. So you've got like outbound sales and paid ads. Has like a little calculator to see the comparison there. And then across here, it's broken down by variable basically, and like changing the variable. So here we've got like monthly unique visitors, changing variable, varying full-time salary, varying articles per month, varying promotional spend, etc., etc. So you can see the different variables and how they affect the cost per acquisition, basically. And it's a good place to start with like working backwards. It's like a quant method. So like figure out how much you want to spend um, per month, or like per cost per acquisition, and then work back from there. And then this is like planning out like monthly how to get there and how many like total visitors you need per month to get there. And then like persona breakdown, which we have pretty much already done quite well, I think. And then content funnel is like mapping content to the different in like stages of the funnel, different intents, like working from the bottom of the funnel and going backwards. I think what a lot of people do is they start with the keyword research. So they start searching like terms and seeing what the traffic is to each of those terms. When it's often better to start with the pain points of like what are the questions and problems that your customers having, and then seeing if there's search volume for that, even if it is like between like 20 and like 300. You want to go for those lower volume keywords to begin with, and clump keywords together basically. So Google sees you as like an expert in your field. Um, and if you have a lot of topics around sleep, then Google will see if you just have a lot of topics around sleep compared to another website that has topics around sleep, like nutrition, fitness, and everything like that. That's like broad. Whereas if you just have topics around sleep, that's very niche. Um, and if you write enough, Google will preference your article over the broad um, blog's article because it sees you as more of an expert in your field. So if you do content clumping, that works really well as well. And then like going back to like the return on investment of content marketing, starting at the bottom of the funnel and going for high converting content that has low traffic works a lot better than starting at the top and then working down. It's kind of like when you start a business, you don't start with SEO or blog. You do paid advertising out the gate because you can get like the life return on investment is faster. Like the life cycle of the ROI is faster. So like if you start content marketing, you're not expected to see returns for like 6 months plus. So that's why you start with like high intent content that has a low traffic to begin with. And then keyword research, I mentioned before, I did a video of like how it's structured. So you have like the head term, and then you have like the subtopics. And then this is just breaking down by like competition, cost per click, monthly search volume, and stuff like that to see whether it's valuable, and then what the actual content is and the searcher's intent. So whether the ideal content is like an article, is it a list, is it a video, is it like maps, is it shopping, and stuff like that. Like the actual structure of the article itself, or like the piece of content, because it could be not written. And then the searcher's intent, like they're searching some keyword. So if somebody's searching, I don't know, buckwheat pillow, they could be searching like top buckwheat pillows, or like where can I buy a buckwheat pillow. So if you're searching top buckwheat pillows, it'll probably be a listicle of like the best buckwheat pillows. Where if you're writing where can I buy a buckwheat pillow, you probably want something local where there's a local shop, so it could be maps, or you want something online, like an e-commerce store, so it could be shopping ads and stuff like that, or like shopping cards, not sure what they're called. So yeah, it's like mapping the actual search intent behind that. And then this is like keyword clumping. So this is taking all the intents that we've got here. So if you take all of these keywords, the intents and the volumes from each of the keywords, and you bundle them into groups, and then you can figure out the total search volume of all of those different keywords that you could rank for a certain article. Um, yeah, and then averaging out like kind of like revenue calculations of like ballparking the offer and the conversion value. If there's not an offer, it's just lead gen, then averaging out the conversion like percentage of the traffic to conversions, and then figuring out like how much it costs to produce said article, and what the number of leads you're going to be getting on the back end could be. And then quant promotion is kind of like community promotion. So this would be like you have the source, which is maybe like a Facebook or a Reddit, like a subreddit or a Facebook group, something like that. And then like figuring out the traffic that's each of those. So it's like how many people are in the subreddit or how many people are in the Facebook group, and then ballparking like the conversion rate, whether it's like between like 0.5 to like 10%, maybe it's going to be quite low depending on what group it is. And then ballparking the on-page conversion rate. So this, for a blog, this might be like 1.5, like 0.5 to 1.5 or 2% maybe tops. And then like guesstimating the amount of users you have on the back end. You could probably do a calculation similar for paid ads as well. So that's kind of like the gist of like the content strategy and process that I would go through.